Light it up. Light it up. Turn to your neighbor and say, light it up. Say, I'm lit with God. Turn to that one neighbor and just look at them and go, I see such rich beauty in you. I see some divine love in you. Infinite intelligence is all in you. Power is running through you. And you have come to set it free. To make a mighty difference on this planet. And to change the world for the better. Let's be about this together in the here and now. And so it is. Amen. Touch and agree. Feel the potent presence of God. Of course, when we say God, we're not talking about an anthropomorphic being in the sky. We're talking about that presence that's animating you, that's running through you, that wants to become conscious of your very life. A presence that is everywhere in its fullness and will not be denied by circumstances or situations. It is what it is, and it wants to be what it is as your very life. It wants to is through you. It wants to ooze through you. It wants to be's through you. It wants to be you. The presence of God wants to know its life as you. This month we've been carrying the theme of Simply Begin. Let's give Reverend Julie Moret some divine love for throwing down in a very powerful way last week. Always show up when I'm out of town, I'm telling you. It's a great thing, and she just killed it. You know, she brought it to life. And so we want to just acknowledge that. And so as we're completing this theme of Simply Beginning, we're aware that as one truly and definitely commits, then Providence acts upon that, as Goethe would remind us. When there's a true commitment to beginning, where all hesitancy is let go of. At that instance of true commitment, Providence, the presence, your destiny starts to move through you. As we've been talking about, you move through the fear of failure because you're not concerned about being ridiculed. You've come to an awareness in your state of spiritual maturity that those that are participating in the conspiracy for mediocrity are going to talk about you anyway. They're going to talk about you whether you succeed, and they're going to talk about you whether you fail. So you keep on moving without any hesitation about the fear of failure. If you're moving through the fear of success, which simply means you're afraid of the changes that are going to happen to you as you elevate yourself, the things that you would lose, the people that would drop off, the habits that would dissolve around you, you are aware that you are embracing the evolutionary impulse of the universe and that you are here to change. You are not here to stay the same and to change your external world. That's an impossibility. You are here to change. Say, I'm here to change. I'm here to unfold. I'm here to evolve. I'm here to transform. So you are waking up with the vibrational frequency that you are here not to be the same person month after month after month, year after year, and maneuver and basically manage circumstances in your life. You are here to grow, develop, and unfold to reflect the entire cosmos as only you can. So the fear of success is oftentimes the fear of the changes we're going to grow through as we embrace a higher order of our being, a higher dream, a greater vision, and the steps walking in that direction. But as we embrace the idea that we're going to change or we're going to devolve, primarily because the entire universe is moving forward, constantly expanding. And if you're the same person that you were 365 days ago, you haven't stayed the same. You've gone backwards relatively. So you're waking up to grow, develop, and unfold. And then you become aware, as we've been discussing, that all sense of procrastination is simply the perfectionism within you, trying to get everything just right before you make your move. It gets just right when you make your move. When you move, Providence steps in. When you make the commitment, destiny is unleashed. When the yes factor is high, the presence of God through the progressive universe begins to act through you, around you, moving whatever is necessary for you to be more you. In other words, you are opening yourself up to becoming a living evocation. You, a living evocation. You, a divine, unique emanation of the Most High. Never will there ever be another you. If you don't do you, you won't be done. If you don't do you, you won't be done. It'll be an unpopped piece of popcorn that's just potential, just laying there. You must be you. You must do you. So you, as a unique emanation of the Most High God, are seeking to be a living evocation. You've heard the evocations from our practitioners here. We use the word evocation on purpose rather than invocation. Invocation means to call God here. But we are aware that God is always here because God is everywhere in God's fullness. There is no spot where God is not. And so we are evoking, which means we're simply opening ourselves up to receive, accept, and be available to what's already happening right here. God is here in God's totality. You are to be a living evocation. You begin becoming a living evocation by, one, not railing against your present circumstances, bemoaning your fate, feeling that they're unjust. The moment you do that, you are in vibrational harmony with those circumstances, creating a resistance to what is here. What is here are the radical unfoldment of your soul waiting for you to acknowledge, embrace, and evoke it. So instead of railing against it, what do? You begin to create a mental map about everything that is good about your present circumstances, even if you don't like them. There's a blessing there. There's a teaching there. There is something good. You begin to make a mental map about what's good right now in the present circumstances that you have a high level of pissosity about. And the moment that happens, resistance dissolves, and you become a vibrational evocation, an availability to the good that's here, but you have to be available to it. It is here. It wants to be you. It wants to express through you. It wants to love through you. It wants to be total prosperity and beauty and absolute elegance through you, but you have to match it. You have to give up resistance to anything that's going on now that you don't like and just claim all of the good that is happening. The resistance dissolves and then the floodgates open. And you begin to discover that all along there has been nothing against you except your own mind. The enemy has been in your own household, your own consciousness, your own perception, your own limited point of view, your own perspective, your own positionality, your own opinions. All of that has clouded the great God of the universe from becoming conscious of itself as your very life. Say with me, if you will, I am surrounded by blessings. I'm surrounded by blessings and good fortune. All wanting to know itself as me. Now, as that becomes a dynamic, and this is spiritual practice, by the way. This is not something that you just do. You have to practice it every single day of your life, because that lower mind, the reptilian brain that's seeking to survive moment by moment by moment, will rush up and complain, bemoan the fate, attack. Oh my God, this shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. This should be happening. And it will take over your whole perspective. It'll make you right every single time. You'll be right, but you'll have no peace of mind. You see? And so you have to practice this until your whole being is an evocation for the present. Your whole being is an availability. Your whole being is open. Your whole being is allowing. Your whole being is a dynamic yes factor to the power and the presence and the love of God. And then you begin to embrace that you're surrounded by so much abundance. It's all around you. One of the things we had to do, well, not had to do, excuse me, one of the things we got a chance to do in Costa Rica is driving home from dinner. We turned out the lights of the car that we were in, pitch black, no light pollution anywhere. So you couldn't see anything, but when you looked up, you could see just the diamonds of stars in the sky. So rich, so beautiful, so wonderful. Oh, and a few miscellaneous satellites as well, and a couple of flying saucers. But you see all of these radiant stars. And then you become available, little by little by little, that all of that is actually in you. That all that you're seeing is in your field of awareness, that there's no time or space nor distance between all of this abundance. There's a total openness. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment, and I want you to remember such a moment where you looked up into the sky, and you saw a panorama of such radiant beauty. Or a moment in which you looked to a forest and you saw so many trees with trillions of leaves. Or you went to the beach and there was sand, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of pieces of sand, or the oceanic power of the ocean and the waves. As your head tilted up just a little bit, and you look up and you see all of this. I want you now to be available that all of this is in you. That you're not just swimming in it. It is swimming in your awareness. Say with me, from this state of consciousness, all of my needs are met. I need some more power coming through you right now. All of my needs are met.
All of my needs are met.
I'm living in abundance.
I'm living in abundance.
I evoke prosperity. I evoke the brilliance and the abundance of right living.
I evoke the brilliance and the abundance of right living.
Now take a breath here and suspend it right there. Just suspend the breath right at the apex. Continue to eyes closed, look up a little bit, and just feel you're evoking the presence of abundance and beauty and love and intelligence right now. It's all becoming the activity of your awareness. You're not railing with circumstances. You're not bemoaning your fate. You're lifting your frequency. Release with the sound of ah. Continue with your eyes closed for just a moment. Hear these words again. We are becoming a living evocation, vibrational match to the total generosity of pure spirit, the great God of the universe that is everywhere in its fullness. We are mentally mapping blessings, mentally mapping all of the affirmative things that are occurring in our life under our present circumstances. Before anything changes, we're mentally mapping all of the affirmative things that are presently happening so that the resistance to the present circumstances are fading, and we're becoming an evocateur of the presence, an evocateur of excellence, an evocateur of peace and dynamic love. Inhale, sustain, release. Say, all of my needs are met.
All of my needs are met.
And then make a commitment to yourself that you are going to no longer rely upon the natural order of evolution to make you grow, the slow progression of nature or circumstances. You are taking a vow that you are now participating in your own unfolding. You are participating in your own evolution, so that you're not waiting for anything to change, whether there's intensity in your life or whether there's a cool breeze blowing you around. Every single day, you are participating in your own unfolding. You are embracing that idea that I am taking dominion over the attention and participating in my own unfolding every single day, so that I'm not being dragged along by the slow evolutionary process of humanity that is still feeling separate from God, living in lack, limitation, scarcity, and producing a world of conflict at times. I'm not in that world. I am participating in my own unfolding. I will fourthly, you notice there was 4 points there? There's about to be. I will have such radical honesty with myself that I will not pretend to know something that I merely believe. I will not pretend to know something that I merely believe. I will stay in the unknowing of it, evoking it until insight occurs. What stops the unfoldment is the word, I know that already. I heard that already. I know that already. I heard that already. Most people don't know, they just know about. When you come into spiritual practice and you start to pray and you start to meditate and you start to be available, something happens. There's a real change that takes place. And you start to know something. But you have to have a radical honesty with yourself to say, I really don't know that. I believe it, but it hasn't demonstrated. I don't really know it. I just believe it. Now, if you stay in the unknowing and become humble in your unknowing space, your beginning mind space, celebrating the presence, however, it'll dawn on you. You'll know you have an insight. So hear this. Simply begin. Hear this. The moment that you begin, make a commitment. You have projects, you have places in your life that you're trying to unfold in. You know you are. You walk in that direction. You study in that direction. You serve an apprenticeship to the tools in that direction. The moment there's a commitment, Providence steps in. The universe steps in, starts to move things around for you. Your fear of failure begins to dissolve because you're not concerned about what others think about you. Your fear of success dissolves because you're here to change. You're not afraid of changing. Procrastination dissolves because you're not into perfectionism. Life is messy. Human beings are messy. Things get messy. And that's all right. Every birth is messy. The caterpillar coming out and becoming a butterfly, it's messy. And so you're not trying to get everything all nice. You want to begin, let the mess happen. Let the messy just, nah. Why are you so messy? Because I'm growing. Why are you so messy? Because I'm unfolding. Why are you so messy? Because I'm breaking out of the shell. I'm getting free. It's messy. But I'm getting free. Just hold on. There's some beauty here about to be birthed, you see. And then that point number one. So many points, but we're just making it up as we go along here. You're not railing against circumstances because there's a vibrational, you become alignment with what you're fighting with. You find the affirmative in what's going on. You look for it. You find it. You declare it. And so that you're evoking and you're available to the blessing that is trying to happen right there. Say, a blessing's trying to happen right here. A blessing is trying to happen right here with me. In me. Through me. I feel it. It's trying to happen now. And then we take moments of opening ourselves up, looking at something that is infinite within our own awareness, the stars, the leaves on the trees for the healing of the nations, whatever. And you just close your eyes and you realize that all of that's in your field. Your field is infinite. And you hold the space that right this second, all of my needs are met. Right now. Right now. You make a vow that you're going to consciously participate in your own unfolding. You're not going to wait for circumstances to force it. You're going to participate. You're going to have radical honesty about what you know and what you believe. And a belief is an operational substitute for knowing. It's just a placeholder. I believe God is good. I believe I'm surrounded by a universal presence. I believe I'm surrounded by infinite good. I believe it's an operational substitute. It's a law of mind and action. It starts to be done to you as you believe, but you don't think believing is knowing. So you stay open. Insight occurs. You're changed. And you'll know when you know, because you'll never argue for it. You'll never argue about it. When you know 2 plus 2 is 4, you just do your math. You won't have to prove. You don't have to prove to anybody. You won't have to prove anything. You won't have to become a new thought fundamentalist. You see? You'll just live, breathe, share, shine, glow. And then you'll find your place in the great changes that are taking place on the earth right now. The great eruptions that are happening throughout the world. Things that will never be the same again. And you'll find your place. But you'll be the place of radical power, high vision, and right action. Radical power, high vision, and right action. And all the presence will be operating through you. And breathe right here. Release. Breathe. Release. Breathe. Release. Again. Inhale deeply, 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 deeply. Sustain the breath right there. Feel with me that all of your needs are met and that you are now a living evocation to the blessings that are all around you. There's healings that want to happen right now in your body temple, your mental body, your emotional body, your financial body, the body of your affairs. You are evoking all of this good right now. Your vibration is high. Your conversation is high. Your countenance is glowing. Release. At this moment, as we turn within, you're now embracing the idea that you are a living evocation. You're not just trying to make anything happen, you're making something welcome. An evocateur of excellence, of power, of peace, and of joy. So much power wants to run through you, but can you handle it? So much abundance wants to move through you, but can you handle the current of that kind of energy? So much bliss wants to flow through you, but can the coil of your being handle that kind of energy? You're not trying to get God to do anything for you. You're trying to get yourself to receive what God is already doing. So you got to become strong in the Spirit. Strong in the Spirit of the living God. Strong in the Spirit of divine love and generosity and peace and creativity. You're getting stronger. The body temple, the mental body, the emotional body is getting stronger. And so in this inward glance, just elevate your awareness and just give thanks for anything and everything in your life. Just say thank you. Just take a moment and say out loud how grateful you are. Just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just hear a gigantic thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm grateful. I appreciate my life. And this consciousness of gratitude, oh, the smile in our soul is beginning to inform our face. Our face is catching up with our soul. Our soul is in sweet repose. It knows its destiny. It wants to unfold. It's informing our face. We're smiling for no reason other than we exist and have a good destiny. A great destiny. Something wonderful is happening. And in this moment of wonder and awe, we recognize the presence, the providence of the Spirit moving everywhere. We recognize God in each other, recognize God in nature, recognize God everywhere. God is everywhere. We recognize this light and this luminosity and this brilliance. And it's closer than our breathing. It's nearer than our hands and feet. As the Quran would say, it's closer than even our neck vein. So close. Everywhere. Ooh. We're one with it. It is from this dynamic right here, this vibration, that we are the living evocation available to more good than we could possibly imagine. And the very word that's being spoken right here, it is a law unto itself that only knows its own unfolding. That's all it knows. Doesn't tarry with yesterday, doesn't resist anything. It only knows its own destiny unfolding. This is the word that's being spoken. This word is spoken for each and every individual right here, right now, whether they're tuning in on the Love Stream, the Facebook Live technology, the archive, or right here in person. This word is a living word for each and every one of us. That every organ, action, and function of our body temple is made every whit whole and strong enough to carry the current of divine health. The whole body, physical body, mental body, emotional body, body of our affairs are strong enough to carry the frequency of wealth and well-being, harmonizing prosperity, regardless of the circumstances of the nation or the world. There is a flow of good always seeking to manifest itself, and it wants to manifest itself through us, individually and as a community. We're becoming vibrationally strong enough to be able to hold the octave of all needs met and watch the mighty miracles flow through our life today and always. There is a health, there's a vitality, there's a vigor, there's a strength, there's a wealth, there's an intelligence, there's a creative urgency, there's a bliss, there's an ecstasy, there's a beauty, there's a loveliness, there's an elegance, there's a life force wanting to live its life through us right here and right now. It's happening. Woo! We're saying yes to it. We're saying yes to it. We're saying yes to it. Somebody say yes. Somebody say, yes, I am. Somebody say, yes, I can. Yes, I am willing. Yes, I am able. All those who can, rise up for just a moment. Put your arms out. Be available. Say, I evoke the presence of God. I evoke the presence of brilliance. I evoke the presence of divine intelligence, transforming knowledge, creative wisdom, harmonizing prosperity, divine wealth, well-being, and more than I can imagine. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. Somebody scream about it. Woo. As you take your seats, just feel the frequency right there. Now here's the deal. Prayer does not bring you the answer. Prayer is the answer. That vibration is the vibrational answer that will now manifest if you stabilize it through some of the practices that we've just talked about this morning. Oh, feel it. Ray, give him a couple of seconds of a feeling tone, please.
It's alright.
It's all right.
Looks like you made it somehow. It's alright now. Looks like you made it somehow. Yeah, yeah. It's alright. It's alright now. Looks like you made it somehow. It's alright now, now. Sunlight falling, warm around your head. Bright light calling, time to rise from bed. After all that you've been through,
Yeah.
your sweet dream is calling you.
Yes.
Wake up, rise up, you will see. Life is more than misery. It's alright now.
It's all right.
Looks like you made it somehow, yeah. It's alright now, now. Give into this epiphany. Let your soul sing a symphony. Sing against darker destinies and let it all go. Why not give yourself another chance to live in love beyond your circumstance? Get up, stand up, and join the dance and let it all go. Just let it all go. Let it go, 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 and just move on.
Woo-hoo! Take the hand of the individual next to you.
Sing it's all right.
Say it's all right.
Sing it's all right. Come say it's all right.
It's all right.
Say it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It makes this heart.
You're holding that individual's hand. You're hearing that soundtrack. We're in a prayer vortex.